Welcome back to the WCBL, and we are going into week 8 with a 3-4 record. I believe -1 differential after we lost to Nada again. Um, so this battle is real important to keep us in the playoff race because it will be getting close to getting eliminated if we lose this one. So it is going to be real important. We are going to go up against King Eevee this week. He replaced a guy, and because of that, made quite a lot of changes to the team. Don't remember a guy's team specifically, but few changes off the top of my head as we get into the team builder. He got Alolan Ninetales. He got the Scrafty, I believe. Got Scizor. I don't think a guy had Scizor before. Yeah. He dropped Sylveon for Scizor, Amoonguss for Ninetales, and Registeel for Scrafty. Those were his changes. So makes this kind of a more difficult battle. Unlike usual, I did not put them in the order of what I think is most likely to come, because basically all his mons could fit a role into his team, depending on how he wants to play it. The only real mon that I don't really see coming and doesn't really have a good matchup against really any of my mon is that Absol. So would be completely surprised to see that, but it's not like my team can't handle it. But besides that, all his mons have a good matchup against my team. Mega Latios outspeeds my team completely. Latios with is one of his Z move users, so can drop quite a hard hitting move. So I kind of need a good Spadef wall for that, unless for some reason it's running like a D-Dance set, which would be kind of surprising, but it could actually put in the work with that. Don't just have to worry about a Z move, could very well run specs and do a lot of damage that way. And yeah, outspeeds my team. Hits like a truck. Then we have Scizor. Scizor is one of the few mons that I think basically has to come as a wall for my Kartana. Either that or the Scrafty, one of the two, has to be like a designated wall for that Kartana. But Scrafty not as likely because of that type will get hit by like a Sacred Sword real hard if I go for like a Swords Dance as it switches in. So Scizor basically has to be brought as a defensive wall for my team. Very good U-turn pivot on the Umbreon on the Mega Bro. So, well, basically on anything, but Bug is very useful for that. A nice Bullet Punch is good for priority damage. Helps break the Mimikyu's disguise. Could very well be his Defogger this time around, or hazard removal with Defog. Probably a good mon for Defog for him to bring since it does well against walling my hazard setters, Piloswine and Regirock, and I guess technically Algae. Then we have a little Ninetales. A little Ninetales is kind of annoying. Speed ties my Kartana. Can set up a Royal Veil. Ice is nice for the Fundy T and the Dragalge. Fairy, I guess, good for the Hitmonlee, even though Hitmonlee has pretty good Spadef stat. But that's about it offensively. If I do see it, it'll probably be a Veil support, so that things such as that Megalotti and like Manaphy can take hits. Nidoking is nice for rocks. It gets great coverage, and with Sheer Force Life Orb can do a lot of damage. Only real problem, I guess, is its speed. Things that it outspeeds on my team are really more likely walls, except for like the Dragalge. So it's not outspeeding stuff and breaking them, which is what Nidoking usually likes to do. But I guess it technically could, depending on its coverage. And then we have Scrafty. Scrafty for Intimidate. Intimidate. Well, most of my physical attackers can actually blow back Scrafty after the Intimidate, such as Kartana with Sacred Sword, Mimikyu with Play Rough, Hitmonlee with any fighting move. So yeah, could very well be an Assault Vest though, with the Intimidate. Helps wall Dragalge that way, helps wall the Micro Bro, helps wall Thunder's Teeth. And yeah. Then we have Beartick. Beartick is his other Z move user. So with that Hail and Slush Rush can outspeed my team, do a lot of damage. So we'll have to watch out for that, because no one has anything for a well-played Beartick. And then we have Mega Heracross. Mega Heracross with the Skill Link will be able to break Mimikyu's Disguise and then keep on doing a lot of damage. Pin Missile is real nice for the Kartana, the Umbreon, the Mega Rope. Fighting is good for the Umbreon, the Piloswine, the Regirock. And then probably Rock Blast basically hits everything else. Yeah, quite threatening. Would probably have to be under Veil though, or maybe Sticky Webs would have to be up, because a lot of my Mons, even though they get hit super effective by Mega Heracross, can hit Mega Heracross back for a lot of damage. Then we have Manaphy. My two most offensive threats being the Thunder T and Kartana outspeed it, so we'll have to watch out for that. Could be a very bulky set though, especially under Veil. Could probably take a hit from the two threats. Could be a Tail Glow set, blow back a lot of things. Could be a Calm Mindset, try and set up set up for Thunder T so it doesn't get blown back. Then we have Zeraora. Zeraora outspeeds my entire team. Doesn't even need to run a jolly or timid or speed boosting nature to outspeed my entire team. So it could be very bulky with the Volt Absorb. Can't just click a electric move with an ET. So it could be brought for that, as well as probably with like close combat, Plasma Fist, maybe Bulk Up, or maybe Call Mine, depending on what kind of set it's running, and then some third attacking move, depending on what he wants to hit with it. Then we have Levani. Levani sets up webs. Webs are real nice. And grass is nice for that Regirock. So if he's expecting that. Good knockoff support, and in our last match we saw that it set up screens, but might not do that since new coach. Let us get into my team then. First off, we have Line O, the Thunder's Variant, Choice Scarf, All Absorb, Hidden Power Ice, U-Turn, Flash Cannon, and Thunderbolt. Enough speed to outspeed Sarah at max speed, as well as I want to say it's Scarf to Nidoking that it would outspeed with that speed stat. Max special attack to do a lot of damage with the Power Ice, with the Flash Cannon, with the Thunderbolt. I'm going to lead with this. You turn out. Helps with his leads. And Power Ice does a lot to Levani. Flash Cannon does a lot to Alolan Ninetales. Does a lot to the Beartic, even though he wouldn't lead Beartic. Thunderbolt will do a lot of damage. Do whatever. And yeah. Good mon to see what he wants to lead out with, and then you turn out into what can deal with it. Will most likely go into Wilbur though, because Stealth Rocks are important for this game to chip things down, break sashes, and yada yada yada. With this spread, don't really remember what the SPDEF was, but it's probably so that it didn't get one shot by like maybe a Manaphy Scald, I want to say, or a something coming off of the Latios. I'm actually running Oblivious this week because I don't want to be taunted by something like the Scrafty, or maybe like the Scissor, so I can't set up my rocks. Don't really need the Thick Vat. I'm not too worried about an ice move coming off of the Beartic or the Alolan Ninetales. Rock Slide is nice for those two. Useful for the Levani. Ice Shard is nice priority. Does a good chunk to the Latios as well as the Nidoking. Toxic is there in case Scrafty is switching to that, or maybe the Mega Heracross. If I see those coming, I can Toxic as he switches those in. Maybe even the Manaphy, if he thinks he can set up with the Manaphy, get Toxic off of those would be real nice. Trying to remember my damage calc if a Ice Shard kills the Latios after the U-turn. Standard Latios and offensive set. My Thunderous Varian. E-turn does 37 to 45, and then my... No, it won't kill unless there's like rocks damage, I believe. But that's fine. Ice Shard there is just mainly for the priority. In case something is weak. But weakened. Don't really need Ice Cool Crash. Have other great damaging moves. My other most likely possible switch in is probably going to be Killua the Umbreon, Leftover Synchronized, Wish, Protect you on Foul Play. With this def, I will not be two-shot by Mega Lottie, unless it's like modest, maybe. But if it is modest, then you would have to worry about things outspeeding on my team. So don't really expect the modest from him. Wish support like usual. Foul play is nice if he tries to set up physically. As well as hitting that Mega Lottie. Yawn puts things to sleep so that I can get a free wish off into something else. Maybe even force him to switch out. And yeah. Then we are going into kind of more of my offense. Even though I know it's kind of one of my offense, but it's going to be an offensive lead. Hitmon. Next up, we have Rubber Legs, the Hitmonlee, Choice Band, Reckless, Rapid Spin, High Jump Kick, Blaze Kick, and Sucker Punch. Rapid Spin, obviously, to get rid of hazards. Don't want webs up. That will be a nuisance to my team. Blaze Kick is nice for the Leavanny, as well as the Mega Heracross and his Ice types, even though fighting is nice for those as well. Real nice for that Scissor, though, which is probably going to be a defensive wall. High Jump Kick, obviously strongest hitting attack from this Hitmonlee. Even resisted hits do like 50% to Mons. Except maybe that Scissor. Or that Latios. Sucker Punch is mainly there for Latios. Does a good chunk to that. With this speed, I am outspeeding. I want to say it's Mega Heracross that I'm outspeeding. If it is Adamant, if it's Jolly, it does less damage, which is kind of a relief. And yeah. Next up, we are bringing a Jack Savali normal this time. Choice Specs RKS system doesn't really do anything since it doesn't have one of its systems to change its type. Air Slash, Flame for Ice Beam, Parting Shot. The speed is to outspeed his Nidoking, which is real nice. Actually, no, it outspeeds his Leavanny. But this mon does a lot of damage depending on what I'm hitting for super effective. Air Slash is nice for his bug types. His Scrafty will help me determine if that Scrafty is a V. Nice to hit Manaphy with. Flamethrower is nice for those bugs and Scizor as well. Ice Beam is nice for his Latios, his Nidoking. And Flamethrower is nice for his ice types. And then Parting Shot to weaken attacks. And yeah, trying to get off a lot of damage with this, maybe pivot around. This team is kind of going for like a more prediction based game. So if I make a wrong prediction, it could put me in a sour spot. But that is the risk I'm going to try and take, because I really want this win to stay in the playoff race. And last but not least, we have Spirit, the Rapidash, Electrium Z, Flame Body, Mega Horn, Wild Charge, Flame Charge, High Horsepower. So with this mod, I'm hopefully going to have it in on something like maybe the Levani, the Scizor, one of his ice types. Scare it out, go for the Flame Charge, outspeed his entire team. After a Flame Charge, Mega Horn should be able to knock out the Latios, which is real nice. After a Flame Charge, Electrium Z Wild Charge should be able to knock out the Manaphy, unless it's something like Conberry. Highly doubt it. High Horsepower is there for the Zeraora as well as the Nidoking, if those are the switch-ins. And then that will be able to take them out. Yes, I know I don't have a real hard-hitting fire move for his ice types, his bug types. But that is kind of, like I said, taking a risk here, kind of making gambles, that he will switch things in, expecting me to have a hard-hitting fire-type move. And then take those out, and then he is left with those ice types, which I can still easily hit quite hard with my Savali, with my Hitmonlee, with my Thunderous Varian, with that Flash Guinea. So yeah, that is my team. Hopefully we can pull out the W and go back to neutral this week, as we are going up against King Eevee and the Farmington for alligators. Hopefully I'm saying that right. That looks like it should be pronounced Farmington. So catch you for the battle, which will be going up shortly after this video. Bye-bye!